Welcome, beautiful people. How everyone is feeling today? It's weekend, and I was just thinking like we should do a great live stream today about the project that I've been working on behind the scenes, and I kind of want to show you today what it is, and hopefully this will gain some momentum. So let's dive into it straightly, okay, chat? So welcome everyone to the live stream. What's up, Pepperento, Shayla? How you doing? Welcome, everyone. TikTok, Kick, and everyone. How everyone is feeling today? Welcome, 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 okay? All right, let's just dive in. Chat, today will be a live stream of development. My goal today is showing you, some of the ideas I have for a project called hodstack, okay? And, all right, TLDR. So basically, I don't know what you guys feel, but I feel like with AI these days, there is a lot of stuff that works in terms of skills, people tell you, oh, you should just copy paste this cloudcode.md and suddenly your agentic development will be much better. Other people say that you should just use this particular set of skills and then everything will be much better. And what do I feel personally is that nothing really works for me in the sense that, all of the skills feel bloated. At the same time, they are community driven, and some of them are just already outdated at the same time, you know what I mean? So I'm not really sure yet where that story lives. At the same time, I don't actually understand how this stuff works behind the scenes. Like, I don't know what makes a good skill or not. That's a TLDR, you know? I feel like nobody does really, you know? They do their best guess. There is no proper set of evals behind those skills, you know. I'm a very test-driven person, so, you know, every single time I do something on my code, I do expect that a test gets written to test their behavior as well. So anyways, what I'm doing today, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this package or this framework. This is really a framework skills. Call it Matt Pocock skills. And what this framework is about is basically you go to your existing project, you type whatever in it, and you get a handful set of useful skills, where then you can go to your cloud code. You know, you can just go, let's actually create a Laravel project here real quick. I'm gonna just do this real quick without starter kit, just Blade, something really simple, so we can actually demo this out, all right? But yeah, once this is created, you guys are going to see that we can just use cloud code on it, and you know, a bunch of those skills will then be available. The skills from Matt, you know what I mean? So that's what am I doing? Where I am at the minute? Okay, let me just organize myself a little bit. Oh, here we go. So, you know, once you install this framework skills, you will get suggested to use some of that skills in your cloud code installation, okay? What's up, Alexandro? Nice to see you. Oscar, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. By the way, in case you don't know me, my name is nunomaduro. I'm a PHP and Laravel developer, and today I'm working on my framework skills, okay? I was just about to explaining that today, if we are in a Laravel project, for example, we can use cloud code, obviously, to jump into it, and some of what that Math skills give you is just basically a set of skills like this. You can just type review, and then you just type something, and suddenly you have a nice code review done using that particular skill behind the scenes, okay? So anyways, what I do feel about all of this stuff, not only Math skills, but in general, you know, most of these skills driven by the community, they don't have proper test suite behind it, and they don't have evals. And I feel I want to build it myself, basically. That's a TLDR. I want to build my own framework skills. I want to understand what makes a skill clock and what makes a skill not clock, you know. I want to kind of understand how a skill should be structured to be most performant as possible. So anyways, to do all of that, we are going to set up a proper evals test suite using a real world project, and then we are going to dog food this project on an actual real project during the week, you know what I mean? So I want to show you what I have at the minute. So last week I actually started working on this stuff, and this is some of the decisions I have come up with already, okay? So this is a mono repo. We love mono repos on this live stream. Come on, chat, W mono repos? Do you agree mono repos or not? Can you send the links, please? Yeah, sure. So this is the hodstack link. Okay, here we go. This is the project we are going to work on today, okay? So what do I have already for this project is the following. I have a mono repo with a CLI written on Rust, and I have a skills folder where everything will live on, you know what I mean? So everything we are going to publish to the user at the end will be living on this repo, okay? Yeah, W mono repo for the win. I don't know why, but like, for some reason, W is being translated with a weird character on my YouTube chat for some reason. Well, not on the YouTube chat you guys see right here, but on my YouTube chat for some reason. I see a weird character. I kind of want to show you though. Can I copy it? Let me see. I cannot copy it. That's so weird. Anyways, W mono repo chat. So we have a mono repo with skills and a CLI written on Rust. We also have an installation process. So in theory, you guys can start using this already, okay? I'm going to show you how it looks like, okay? So once you type this curl command, this will install a global binary in your laptop. It works on macOS, Linux, and Windows, and everything. And once you do that, you can already type odd in it. Let me show you. So I'm going to go here into this Laravel installation, and I'm going to type odd, for example. This gives me a nice CLI tool I can use. On this odd, I can just prompt instantly to go to a skill. So in theory, I could just type something like odd review XYZ, and this would just work. But also I can type odd init, which is a command you typically would type to install odd on this project. By the way, let me know if you feel that this installation process is actually super clear. But what it does once you do that is, well, in this case, we have Laravel boost, so it's kind of already complaining about this. Let's actually remove Laravel boost entirely here. We don't need it. Let's do this, or we do. Let me think about this. Actually, we may do. Let me actually do PHP Artisan boost install. Yeah, I'm going to do boost install because in theory, odd should just work nicely with boost. So if I do this, now I see agents.md. Okay, I'm going to move it to the odd directory real quick. Move agents.md to .odd.agents.md. Okay, and now I can type odd init. Cloud also exists. Yeah, this can be removed entirely. We don't need it. Done. And odd init. Now it should work. Here we go. So we have a default agents.md, a cloud.md. Something interesting that I found, and you guys let me know if you knew this already, is that there is actually something you guys can do in your cloud.md, which is pointing it to the agents.md. So then you have a single point of entry to every single AI installation. Okay? Anyways, welcome everyone, chat. Come on, we have literally 80 people watching the live stream. The chat is not active. Come on, chat. How everyone is feeling today? What are you guys up to on this beautiful Saturday? What are you guys working on right now? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. What's up, Mateus? GMBR, how you doing? Nice to see you, dude. From Brazil. What time is it in your place right now? You work with open code also? Well, you mean this? Yeah, it works with open code. So, this loads the agent.md, so it just works with open code, yes. In theory, we can already use it, so I'm going to show you that in a second. Brazil is almost 2 p.m. Interesting. Oh, it's 8 a.m. in Brazil, 2 p.m. in whatever Sheila is on right now. Interesting. Well, it's 2 p.m. in Portugal as well. Veltix is saying, I heard things from Estonia. How you doing, dude? Hey, Jax, how you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Love your work too, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so what we are going to do and start with is developing our first skill today. That's what I want to do. So let me just go here, start a new Cloud Code session, and just develop our very first, skill. Develop a minimum skill for odd that does code review. Actually, I'm going to work on the upgrade one. Skill for odd that does upgrading your project dependencies. I'm going to go into plan mode because I want to see what it suggests. I want to develop a minimum skill just to see what is the entry point for this skill and see if it's working as expected, okay? Good morning, Zoro. How you doing yourself? Chili's from Portugal. Oh, that's awesome. Where are you in Portugal, though? Poplitz, how you doing from France? Oh, that's awesome. I do speak French, by the way, okay? Well, to be fair, at home, I actually speak French very regularly with my wife. And with family, I also speak French, because I have a bunch of French family, you know? Which is interesting. 10 a.m. in Brazil. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. All right, welcome everyone. We have news on Twitter. I don't think we do. I think we should just straight directly into they say thanks to our sponsors, Native PHP v4. By the way, yesterday I tried Native PHP locally, and it's been a while since the last time I tried it, and they actually have made huge progress, especially on the onboarding. I think Native PHP was already good, but right now with the jump stuff, so basically I went to the documentation and I went to the installation process of Native PHP, and I was surprised by how much smoother it is right now. Here we go. Yeah, this is what I have. No, not this. Mobile, showcase, introduction, quick start. Maybe this is what I've done yesterday. I've started a new Laravel app using native PHP. I CD into it, and I was able to quickly see it on my phone. I was surprised by how good this stuff is becoming right now. And also, like with the V4, everything is native apparently. So, WPHP forever, for real, dude. For real. Welcome, Bayon. How you doing? Thanks for the following on TikTok. Native PHP, Bento now. Check them out if you can already. Again, this is the most cheapest option you have right now to send emails on Laravel. So you should definitely check them out, all right? SERPAPI.com if you want to have some nice Google search with JSON results in your application. This is absolutely dope. Check them out, SERPAPI.com. TypeSense, if you want to have some search that actually works, vector searching, all that cool stuff, they actually provide all of that, all right? Typesense.org. JetBrains, the company behind PHP Storm, the best editor in the world for PHP development. For PHP, nothing better. PHP Storm for the win. WPHP Storm, everyone, okay? Redberry.international, the best digital agency doing Laravel in Vue development. Check them out if you haven't already. Check this beautiful team. They're absolutely awesome. Check them out. And CodeRabbit.ai, if you want to have some nice AI code reviewing in your code. They're absolutely awesome, all right? Giant Popple saying the following. In fact, currently I'm trying native PHP for a private admin dashboard. Yeah, native PHP is dope. I honestly, I don't know if you guys know, but I've developed my own social media, call it pinkody.com. And I kind of want to develop a new one just for images, I don't know if you remember like Instagram back in the days. I think I want to do something like that. Instagram like back in the days where it was like very vintage and minimal. And I think I want to develop something like that, all right? And chat, of course, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Very important, all right? Very important to support my work. Just subscribe my channel. That's the only thing you have to do, okay? All right, let's work, chat. We need to get some stuff done. I want to see what Cloud Code have literally suggested to us. Let's see. All right, what name should the skill take? The name is the command. Odd review, blah, blah, blah. All right. The directory under skills. Oh, review no upgrade. Yeah. So we have upgrading, we have depth upgrade. Let me just think a little bit. So typically when I jump into an existing project or an old project, the very first thing I want to do is upgrade the dependencies. So I go to my composer.json, I go to npm.json, I go to all that stuff, and I like to bump all the stuff. At the same time, I want to make sure that there is some sort of testing into it, all right? So that kind of detail will go into the skill.md, but the entry point will just be upgrade or depth upgrade. I like depth upgrade though. How should a skill leave the repository it finish? Commit each step? No commit each step. We should never commit. Leave the tree dirty, exactly. How wide should the coverage of the package manager be? A table of managers, no table? Yeah, a table of managers, why not? All right, let's move forward. Yeah, I feel like, maybe we could use some sort of AI. Like, this is what I was picturing for that social media. We have an API. That API will be a little bit smarter than Instagram is. So basically, we only accept raw pictures, okay? No filters, no memes, no jokes. It needs to be like the raw living, basically. So I take a selfie. That selfie will be accepted by the AI system, okay? So we upload that image, and the image will be available on the API, and then we would have native PHP to kind of as front end of that social media. I don't know. Let me know if you think it's a good idea. I think it would be a good idea, but you guys let me know. I mean, we kind of, I don't know if social medias are dying, but text-based social medias are 100% sure dying. Yeah, the uploaded file needs to contain camera smartphone metadata. Well, that's smart. So we could use AI, we could use like static analysis for that, but then also use AI to actually check the content being uploaded. But I do agree, like the most raw, the better, basically. All right, hodstack ships exactly one skill today, learn. The user wants to record a second minimal skill that raises the dependencies of the project. It becomes odd depth upgrade, and then prompt if needed, all right? On the command line, blah, 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 it section says, blah, 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 blah. I want to just to confirm. Yeah, this is good. I'm going to say auto. I'm going to just go all in, okay? And then we just validate. We may not need actually like a prompt. Depth upgrade should be enough. I'm curious even if this cargo run depth upgrade is actually bump or opening Cloud Code UI. I'm not even sure. What's up, Joseph? How you doing? Thanks for saying hi on Twitter. Nice to see you, dude. Bam, bam, boom, bam, bam, boom. What are you guys working on this beautiful Saturday, chat? Beautiful Saturday. Beautiful day. I just woke up feeling good. How about you guys? Bam, 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 bam. All 40 chats passed now. That's good. Just by the way, something I have done and I'm actually very proud of is I'm automatically releasing a new version every single time I push something, which is very good, chat. Okay, which is very good. So every single time I push something to hodstack, it will be automatically releasing a new version. So the new installation process will instantly pick up the new version. Arden PT is saying the following. Hi Nuno, currently setting up Cloud Code with PHP Storm. Oh, that's awesome. PHP Storm for PHP development, dude. Ba-ba-boo. Alexander is saying the following. Working on a Laravel project for a customer. Interesting. What is that project about? Jackson is saying the following. I'm feeling good too. Did a cool cluster hack by using SSH and SKP for running parallel mode. Interesting. What is a cool cluster hack, though? I'm the only one not even knowing what that means. All right, this is done. So in theory, we could go to Laravel and type odd depth upgrade. No odd found. Okay. Do I need to open it again? Because I have created this alias, I think. Odd depth upgrade. Let me see. Prompt is required. Okay, we need to fix this. A skill may not actually require a prompt. Actually, you know what? I want to do something a little bit different here. I want to do the following. When I type odd skill, this should not accept a prompt, but instead open the default AI CLI I have with that skill fill it in. So in this case would be upgrade, I think. Oh no, depth upgrade. Like this. So let's go into accept all editors. Yep. Alexander is saying the following about his project. I'm about a project to connect teacher and student. Oh, that's awesome. You mean like to make them like talk with each other? That's awesome, dude. That's great, dude. Welcome everyone, chat. By the way, chat, today we'll be working on this hodstack framework skills, okay? I want to develop the best skills framework in the world, you know what I mean? And for that, I'm going to need your help. So it's saying the following for bcloud. Oh, so it's trying to detect what is the odd agent. And, well, we do have various ones like Claude and OpenCode. Yeah, I like this by default. So let's go with the simple. With the simple, if it exists, let's just use it, all right? Hey 17, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream, dude. First chat. That's awesome, dude. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is nunomaduro. If you want to know more about me, I have developed this very cool CLI command. Check this out. If you type that stuff on the terminal, you will know everything about me. Okay, everything about me. PG just arrived. Hey, how you doing? You just joined. What is the skill framework? Well, let me explain you. Are you familiar with this? Math skills. So this repo, just to give you the perspective how something like this can be successful, this repo have more than 200k GitHub stars. That's like 5 times Laravel, literally. Okay, more than 200k GitHub stars, and people are using this stuff to actually be agentic software engineers. And there is a couple of reasons why I want to develop my own. And the reason number 1 is that I want to understand what makes a good skill, what makes a bad skill. Reason number 2, I want to set up evals to all this stuff, really try to understand if skills can actually be tested using evals without being flaky. But also, like, I want to kind of do my own stuff at the same time, you know. I'm a very good learner by building it myself. I don't know if any of you is like that, but I typically, when I want to learn something new, I just build something with it. You know, I'm not a reader person or a video person. I just have to build stuff with it. That's the way it makes my brain click, you know. Hey Fabio, how you doing? Are you actually from Coimbra? Because I'm not far away from that. So I'm actually very close to that place. And I love that city. Okay, as well. Oh, you're from Aveiro. Well, I'm not far away either from Aveiro. My brother studied there actually. Okay, let's see where we are. So Odd writes a skill to .cloud.skills.deps upgrade. Then Cloud Code codex cursor resolve it with deps upgrade. A column is not a / column character on those clients. What text should... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think we should just do dash everywhere. Yeah, let's just use dash everywhere and not double columns. Okay. Giant is saying the following: Matty's skills are actually very good. I use the famous grill me skill quite often, and indeed, the agent asks you to what? Oh, questions. Interesting. I'm really curious about your takeover skills. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not actually super good using. Well, I don't use skills to begin with, but also I'm literally just trying to get a grasp of what skills are about. How far can we push them? What should live at vendor level in terms of skills? What should live at the user line in terms of skills? So just trying to getting familiar with all this concept, with all this engineering, basically, you know. Teresa saying the following: audible security practice and recommendation. What do you mean? It's literally a command of mine. Hey Naf, how you doing? It just opens the browser, that's it. Nothing else. Well, actually also subscribes to Mastodon, but nobody has the client of Mastodon anyway, so. It's crazy that security people, when someone talks or says anything that concerns security, they instantly feel triggered. It's so hilarious. It's like Vim people, you know? If I use an editor that is not Vim, people will be like, you know? The Vim users, at least. Hey, Naf, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you today. Very welcome, very welcome. All right, so currently we're working on using dash for everything, which is positive. Okay, this should be almost done here. Oh, running the test suite, making sure things are nice and crispy. So by the way, in terms of test suite, the only thing I have right now, and I intentionally told him this too, is a snapshot testing, okay? I want this test suite of the CLI at least to be very minimal, but very smoke snapshot oriented, basically, okay? I don't want to see like unit tests on the Rust code, because Rust is so safe that we don't need unit tests over there. The only thing we need here is snapshot testing, making sure the UI of the CLI looks good, and then smoke testing, making sure the skills behave as expected when prompted about something. So we are going to set up all of that potentially today, okay? Because I want the AI to be able to continue to develop smoke testing as well. Popus is saying the following: I agree, it's pretty hard to get a grasp of how can it work with those non-deterministic tools. Yeah, well, my goal is try to push these skills to make them as deterministic as possible, and hopefully have some really good eval test suite for all of this, okay? Not sure how I will set up that eval. If you guys have recommendations on that, I would appreciate eval test suites. By the way, if you're not familiar with the term eval, what it means, I can explain you, okay? So evals are basically a way of testing AI prompts. And I'm going to actually show you an example using PastPHP, which is a framework I've developed myself that does evals as well. So let's go here and start testing. We're potentially not using PastPHP for this, as the project is written on Rust and everything, but let me just show you the evals we have here. So this is how an eval look like exactly. Let me just show you. Do we have a to be correct? The to be correct is we don't. I probably should document the to be correct one because it's the better one. Okay, I need to fix this. But basically, you give a prompt to a particular skill, and you expect that prompt to satisfy the given result. And the to satisfy will equally use an AI to check if the answer output was correct. So this is what the eval is about. Okay. All right, Sweet Search is saying the following. You have all level listeners. You know it's a bad practice. You are a file as a comment cautious. Wait, what? You know, should not train your viewers to run bear bash, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm okay, dude. I'm okay with that. What language are you going to use? I'm using Rust for the CLI, and I'm using regular markdowns for all the skills. That's it. Where do you find the job as a PHP Laravel dev? My recommendation would be latajobs.com. Check that out. There is nice jobs over there, all right? Okay, we're done here. So this should be good already. I'm going to go into the playground now. Laravel. And I should be able to type. Let me just git init this stuff. Do I want to git init this stuff? Yeah, I do want to git init this stuff. Git init. And I want to commit this stuff as well. I'm going to type git commit -m whip. All right. And then I'm going to type odd depths upgrade. Oops. Again? Like, what the fuck? Oh, here we go. Okay, well, now we're back. So I can now type odd depths upgrade. No skill depths upgrade. Okay, it's because it's dash upgrade. Oh, nice. This MCP server, yep. Imports files from the current direct, that's good, yes. Unknown command depths upgrade, really? Oh, because I need to update. Yeah, that's expected. It's expected. So I need to type odd update. Nice. So we type odd update and the new skill got added to the project. This is something really important, is that every single time the user land types odd update, they will get the skill we just created on the project. This is a positive chat. Very positive. Manasili is saying the following. I learned PHP for the past 6 months happily. That's good, dude. That's very good, by the way. Congratulations. I feel like, for learning PHP in Laravel, I would use laracast.com path. Or I would just use AI, you know what I mean? Like, I think Cloud Code is actually a very good teacher if you want to just learn PHP. You know? Hey, John from TikTok is saying the following. I've used a strict type starter kit with our Blade inertia migration. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. By the way, welcome everyone to the live stream. Excited to see you all today. Okay, so I want to see what we have new here. So what I will do is open real quick this repo on my GitHub UI so I can show you what is different now. So playground, not playground, hodstack. Here we go, hodstack, playground, Laravel. Okay, let's open this real quick. Okay, this is what we have new after typing odd update. The skills didn't actually get committed. Is this a good thing? I think it is, yeah. I think it is. We ignore automatically cloth in agents.md. We have this log file. which I don't know yet what it is, because that specific part was vibe coded. Odd update changes nothing, hopefully. Yeah, I just kept every single thing. All right, this is positive. I want to kind of clear my terminal. Do I want to push this? I think I don't want to push this, no. But I do want to type depth upgrade again. Nice! Exactly what I want. I type that and instantly goes into depth upgrade. So we do need to read what exactly do we have within depth upgrade though. Let me go here into... So this would be within skills, depth upgrade, agent, OpenAI.agent, which tells exactly what it is for OpenAI. And we have the skill itself, which will raise every dependency on this project to a newer version and cap all the test screen. Use when the user asks to upgrade dependencies and raise one package to a new version, or remove the older version from the log file. And it's not invocable via modals. Something important that I want to make sure of is I want to go into... I'm going to go here. I'm going to type Claude. Can you make sure the depth upgrade equally bumps all the dependencies to the latest version on the JSON files? So typically this can be accomplished by composer bump, and hopefully that is something similar on that on other languages, because this is literally full agnostic. I'm going to go into plan mode. Manasala is saying the following: yes, when I learned PHP, then Laravel has a very smooth transition. Laravel model in your action pattern was great. That's awesome. So you did learn all of that in 6 months? That's insane, dude. Fabio is saying that he learned PHP in university. It was in a version 5 on X. Yeah, the PHP that I learned on university was not updated PHP. I can just tell you that already. Maybe it's intentional, so you learn the basics, you know, like what is a variable, what is a function, and everything. I do feel, though, that in general, universities, they are very questionable, you know? Because the market evolves so fast that it's impossible to teachers to keep up with the market in terms of what exactly is being used. So I feel like, well, not all of them, but some of them are outdated. 100% sure. 100% sure. Especially in the next 6 months. Like, in the last 6 months, software have changed so much. We do software so differently right now, and you know, if you teach on school, it's impossible that you know all this stuff as well. I would be surprised if a teacher on university is very good on agentic software right now, because it's kind of new. You know, agentic software have kind of become the mainstream since October last year. You know. All this stuff it's kind of new. I don't know. What do you guys think? By the way, Chad, I appreciate the 30K subscribers on YouTube. You guys are absolutely awesome. Okay, absolutely awesome. NPM check updates is actually something I use all the time. I'm wondering if Cloud Code will suggest just use this NPM check updates, because this actually works very good. So minor and patch updates can be easily bumped. Major upgrades, though, you may have to confirm with the user if there is actual breaking changes that impact the user. Let's just put it that way. Regarding tests, typically, you need to understand the vibe. If you feel, I'm going to just speak to it. If you feel that tests should be a companion of this upgrade, I want you to make sure this upgrade is followed by tests. So having good tests at first and then do the upgrade. But you should not write tests yourself. Typically, you should advise the user, I don't see any tests. Do you wish to continue with the upgrade? Boom, 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 boom. Chat, for those who just arrived, what are you guys working on right now on this beautiful Saturday? Share with me, share with me. Bam, 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 bam. I'm wondering if Matt has any upgrade skill here. It does not. Okay, well, we're going to have something new. What is this grill me thing about? Like, literally everyone talks about this. Call the skill tool with the name grilling. Okay, let's see what this is about. Actually, you know what? Let's install this on a playground project real quick. Let's go here into the playground. Type new Laravel new. Laravel dash mat. Starter kit, no. Blade. Yeah, let's keep it stupidly simple. And then we try it out. Matt is skill stuff here. By the way, chat, appreciate many of you are on that side already. Make sure you subscribe my channel if you are not a subscriber already, okay? Type on the chat if you are subscribed already or not. If you are not, you need to fix it, okay? Martin is working on a construction workforce management, time tracking exports. You started with Laravel, starter kit, inertia react. I kind of need to update that though, you know? It's already very updated, but it can be a little bit better, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna type Laravel mat, and then how do I install that? I just type this. Okay. That's an easy installation, I must tell you that. Yeah. Just for me, correct. Oh, it's done? Nice. Esperanto is working on an app to manage short-term rentals for a friend of mine. Oh, dude, you can cloud code that so fast. Jesus. Popos is saying the following. It's like supercharged plan mode, and also adds markdown file, all the close area of a project, so the agent understands how do you name things. Interesting. 9591, what's up, dude? Welcome to the live stream. Excited to see you today. So let's actually just type realme here to see how it goes. Non-code users. Yeah, let's go with realme. Okay. Let's see what it does. I have no idea what we'll do, by the way. So it loaded a skill called grilling. What is grilling? Can we see it here, though? Is this one? Yes, it is. T-Jobs, how you doing, dude? I miss your live streams. How you doing? Do you only develop in PHP? No. I use various languages. JavaScript, Rust, and PHP as well. How about you? What languages do you guys use, chat? Type on the chat which languages do you typically work with. Okay, what do we have here? What the fuck is this? I read the working tree, so we are not guessing. Oh my god, I forgot to do... okay, well, 1 second. Let's type git init. So now we have a new working tree. Okay, go again. Grill me. Why the fuck it just goes all the way down? That's so annoying. All right, let me just ask for something. All right. Keep your work on this working directory. Don't go to subfolders ever. Okay? Understood. Thank you. All right, so now grill me. Fabio works with Java, C#, and Python. Well, C# is actually involved quite a lot recently, which is good. Java, I don't know, man. I hate Java. Python is all right. Python, I think they made a huge mistake between Python 3, Python 2. But yeah, it's all right. What I am grilling, so it's basically asking like, what should I do, you know? Oh, interesting. So I'm going to just say the following. Grill me, do you think my test suite is good? How to make it better? Oh, he's gonna ask me a bunch of questions until we have the same knowledge. Interesting. Oh, okay. So it's basically like train me. Is that it? Grill me seems to be like train me. Let me know more about what you want and what is the current architecture. So then I can be super accurate. Is that it? Chat, is that it? The grill me stuff? It might be that. Honestly, I should just read the documentation. It's like brainstorming an idea or approach. So it feels like plan mode under steroids. Is that it? Is that the TLDR? There is no test suite. This is what I untouched for Laravel skeletons. The answer is no. How to make it better, no target. What is a Laravel meant for? Oh. What is your art sticks for good? Okay. What do you want from this session? Critical only? I grill, you decide, nothing gets written. Grid and build. Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a plan mode, apparently. But with more questions than the plan mode. So it does feel to me, let me know if you think this is what Grill Me from Matt is about. It does feel to me that it's basically a bunch of very good questions before the plan mode. So it doesn't plan mode like blindly. It will ask me a little bit of context like, okay, well, you know, what do you want to build? Like, do you actually prefer smoke testing or feature testing? What are your standards regarding the la 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 la? And then it will do the plan situation. It does seem to be about that. That's interesting. Well, typically, I would probably curate the plan instead. But other people may not do anything, so. So I could potentially do this. Grill me. Oops. I want to build a landing page about hodstack, a skills framework. Let's see what kind of questions he will make. Right. For a simple e-commerce website that needs strong SEO and fast loading, what do you recommend? WooCommerce with backend with Next.js as frontend or Bagisto? I honestly have never developed an e-commerce platform, so I don't have any recommendations for you. Yeah, it's about getting AI aligned. I see. Oh, I see. Give me suggestions and everything. What is the one action? Run the install one-liner, browse skills catalog. I'm going to actually move forward with this to see where we go with this. It's still exploring, so I'm going to wait a little bit. All right, where we are here. I can close this. I can close this. This skill. Is this skill like fully done? It should be. Your 3 rules are clear. The only thing that did not cover, composer bump, narrows the constraint from 1.0 to 1.9.3. An application is that what we want. In the published package, it forces that floor into everyone installs it. That's good. So bump everywhere. That's positive. Rust and Python have no built-in bump. Cargo upgrade needs cargo install, cargo edit. UV has none at all. PHP and JavaScript and Go work out of the box. I think I want to install cargo edit in Python by hand. So I'm going to say for Rust and Python or any language that needs a package, just install that package globally. So by the way, I'm literally curating the upgrade dependencies skill right now as we speak, okay? And one of the things I want him to do is bump all the dependencies of composer.json and package.json as well. Okay, chat, this is loud and clear. I got what Grill Me is about. Let's go back into Laravel and then we use the update, the depths update skill that we are about to finish here. 7977, how you doing, dude? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome, 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 everyone. I need to ask Claude to summarize the stream where the programmer asks Claude to do this and that. Writing the plan, thank you. Hodstack, here we go. So again, we are right now writing our first skill of our skills framework, call it depths upgrade, okay? One of the things I have done already, chat, is specify to my hodstack Claude agent that I want to use a different time of communication with them. What is it? So I have learned over time that agents tend to be over verbose. So one of the things I'm doing here is, what is it? Is specifying a new standard. Where do I have that though? I literally forgot. It should be here though. Standard maybe? Oh, here we go. Write in ASD STA 100, which is a simplified technical English. So instead of being over verbose, we'll be like straight to the point, imperative, active voice, no contradiction, no weird shit, basically. Okay. Skill from potato? What do you mean? What do you mean? All right, where we are here. Rework the depths upgrade skill. Thank you, thank you. So we did the bumping and we do all that shit. So I don't want to kind of over review this. I'm going to just move forward with this. Then we set up an eval. That's the goal today. Kind of have a grasp of what means to create our own skill within hodstack and how can we test it so then we can improve it or ask Cloud Code to go in the loop to improve it. Kruza, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream, dude. By the way, chat, is the music okay for all of you? Type W music if the music is okay. Type L music if the music sucks. H? What is H? What's up, Goku? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. W music? Nice, 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 nice. Hey, Teak, how you doing? I don't even know if my Twitch emojis are even working anymore. Oh, they are working. Here we go. Which editor are you using right now? I'm using Sublime Text. What do I use for PHP development? PHP Storm. Which editor are you guys using right now? I've seen a lot of people using Zed right now. I don't even know if it's good. All right, is done. So that's done. Now it's time to use this. So I'm going to go here again, auth update. Yep, done. And this skill got updated. In the next step, in the final one, is auth depths upgrade. Let's actually just type git status real quick. Yep, we don't have anything. Let's actually type this and this. Auth depths upgrade. Here we go. All right, chat. This is the first skill we just wrote, and it will upgrade the dependencies of a given project. Okay, is reading the project intention, which is good, which is something we told them to do. Nice, good stuff. Tests exists, taking the baseline. Well, they do exist, but they kind of suck. They're the default ones, you know. Use Z. Z is good, yeah. T3 code, interesting. In terms of agentic desktop applications, I have seen so many vibe-coded desktop applications that I have a hard time believing on any right now. I have seen so many vibe-coded desktop agentic stuff out there that I just have a hard time believing that any of them is good right now. Maybe there is very good ones, but I haven't tried them yet. Or I haven't landed in one that is actually good for me. Okay, what we have here. So, composer packages raised. Okay. Every direct dependency is updated. We did constrain it to the latest stuff, which is good. Including multiplex, Vite. This is actually very good. Tailwind was kept in the version v4 because npm update -- save left it in what it was. Files of code change none. I like this. What do you guys think about this stuff? One second, so I don't leak literally every single project I have at Laravel. Here we go. So what dependency upgrade did is kind of bumping every single thing you have in your composer.json to the latest version, which is very good. Did the same thing on the package.json, which is equally very good. I like this. You would be surprised by how many times I actually do this. Okay? So I feel this is something I would use myself. This is something I would 100% sure use myself. Does it check for breaking changes in the applications? That's part of, that's part a little bit of the job of setting an eval test suite. So then we can do all those improvements in making sure they will keep up, that we can do changes in. I like this. This is very good, by the way. I'm very excited about this. So I'm going to say the following, okay? I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to say the following. we need, I'm going to just speak to it actually. We need an evals test suite to test every single skill we are developing, but also making sure making changes on that skills won't break old behaviors. So develop a plan where comes with the tree of where to put those tests and where do you see them landing. What kind of default tests should we have for the depth upgrade skill we have? And what is the stack in terms of language or something else that you believe that we should be using for this evals test suite? Also, very important that we run tests concurrently and in parallel, so the evals are super fast. Also, let me know a coding model or a coding agent that you think you should use for this evals test suite. Typically, I expect an agent that is fast, but doesn't need to be creative. It needs to be like crazy good for this kind of stuff. All right, let's go into plan mode right now and just ask Cloud Code to do this, okay? Again, chat, if you just arrived, let me explain you what we are building today. So we are building the hodstack. The hodstack is a set of skills that I'm gonna use in all my projects. Now, we don't have any skill yet, and we are about to develop the first one. What do we have right now is a CLI in the folder of skills. CLI written on Rust that you can install on Windows, Mac OS, and more. And once you type something like odd depth upgrade, it will literally upgrade all the dependencies in your project. Now, we wrote a very simple skill so far. And what we are going to do right now is set up an eval test suite. So then we can do changes on this skill in making sure all the tests continue to pass. What do you guys think? W plan, do you like the idea so far in the way we are building it? Do you have any suggestions? Let me know. Goku is saying the following: I haven't opened a text editor in 2026. Well, interesting. How do you make changes in your code? If you want to do a small change, did you prompt AI to do it? Arthur is saying W, thank you. IBS is saying, how can I get PHP Storm free? I think PHP Storm is free on two cases of open source and if you are a student. So you prompt every single time you want to do a small change. That's so interesting. Okay. I'm not at that level yet. TBD is saying the following: what is this IDE? This is Sublime Text, dude. Okay. This is Sublime Text. How we are on the Cloud Code. Okay, it's exploring, doing this shit. It's all good. We good, chat. We good. We good, chat. Meanwhile, this is the repo in case you guys want to contribute. Honestly, if you are experiment with skills in general, I would appreciate your suggestions. It's very important that we set up a good base with a good evals test suite, with a good set of skills, a very good example, basically. So then the community can start contributing. Okay. I'm going to start a new agent though. I want him to analyze the math skills and let me know what we are lacking in terms of structure. Okay. So I'm going to say the following. I do understand that currently hodstack is very small in terms of skills. In fact, we have only one. I want you to analyze deeply this project. Not this one, but the one from Matt. This one. And let me know in terms of architecture, what are the things that we may be missing on hodstack. Again, I'm not talking about a skill we are missing. I'm talking about folder structure, architecture of the project, things we might be missing. Answer me back with the minimal table of things we might be missing and order it by priority. Math skills are nice. Yep, I've been told that multiple times. Indeed. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate Medium. Yeah, well, you know, I feel like vibe coding these days. I don't like the term vibe coding. I like agentic coding. That's what I do. Agentic development. You know, why not use Fable? I like Opus 5. Okay. So in terms of location, it's recommend me a top level evals. I actually wanted this. The reason why I wanted top level evals is because skills, well, behind the scenes, the evals are going to use the CLI plus the skills, so it makes sense to have an evals at top level. Either we should call this tests or evals. That's the question. I think we're going to evals. Where should the dApps upgrade features get their outdated packages? Local registries, live suite opt-in. Huh? Okay, I don't understand this question. I don't understand this question. The way I see it is that we have real-world projects in Laravel, for example, and we run the skill against those projects, and then we re-ask the agent if the outcome was the expected one with a set of expectations. I don't know, just saying, but you let me know what you think. Writing for agents might be interesting to take a look at. Interesting, okay. Writing documents for agents, skills, agents.md, any doc. Let me read this. Wow, there is a lot of detail into these documents. That's insane. Well, probably the reason why this project is so successful, by the way, which is good. You know, I feel like the guy who wrote this, probably remote box agent in Claude. The guy who wrote this probably knows exactly what he's doing. So, you know, I want to be that guy as well. I want to know exactly why this is important, context pointers, why this stuff is important, and why this is important. So, and to do that, no better way of learning it myself by building it myself. So. By the way, chat, 80 people watching the live stream right now. You guys are absolutely awesome. Don't forget, subscribe my YouTube channel, okay? That's the only thing you have to do to support my work, okay? How we are with evals, and how about this? Okay, this is still a work in progress. No, it's done, actually. Okay, let's see. Okay, so again, I asked them what are the differences between Woodstock and skills from Matt in terms of architecture, not in terms of number of skills, but in terms of architecture. Let's see what we have. What they have, Cloud plugin validate dot dash dash strict on the CI. This is actually to validate if it's a valid Cloud plugin. That's it. That's good. Cloud code is so damn slow. Yeah, it's becoming slower this week for some reason. Did you guys notice this as well? Like Opus is super slow this week, and I don't know why. Kisa, I don't know what that is, by the way. Probably new model coming. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so on the point number one, I do understand what is this and why should we use it. So I'm going to just say fix it, okay? And we move forward. Maturity tiers, what they have: engineering, productivity, MISC, in progress, deprecated, excluded from plugin JSON, and README. Why this bites you? When you have one shipping channel, every half finished skill is embedded. Oh, right. Yeah, we don't need this anymore. We don't need this yet. We don't need this yet. So within their agents.md, they're pointing to various little MD files, and instead we have a single one. Interesting. I'm gonna say 3. Explain me better. Router skill, what they have: ask met, main flow, on ramps, standalones, phase boundaries, plus a rule that every skill change resyncs it. Why it's bytes use. Odd list gives you names and descriptions. You cannot say which skill or A changes into B. What 20 skills the user index is the bottleneck, not the skills. I'm going to say explain me better, the number 4 as well. A skill-to-skill composition contract. Call the skill tool on X. Never... Oh... User skill must not use a user skill with same mechanism. First skill composes will invent one. Okay, explain me better as well. 6. User facing page per skill. Oh, we don't need this yet. We don't need this yet. It's basically documentation. Well, do we? No, we don't. 7. Release notes for skill changes. We don't need this yet. Missing context.md, a project glossary, domain terms, avoid lists, relationships, ambiguities. Is the this is the 8, by the way. So we don't need this. And number 8 is the context.md. Is the context.md userland thing, or you mean at our own framework or root level? The rest of them, we talk about it later. All right. Next, evaluation test suite. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Where should the real Laravel features come from? Playground, not Playground, no. We have a seed script in Pleasant log file on Git, recommended. This is exactly what we want. So we want multiple Laravel features, okay? Multiple Laravel features. Commit whole project, no. Point as Playground as it is, no as well. So this is what I was thinking. We have evals, skill, test name. Oh my God, leave me alone. I'm not done yet. Test name, and then feature, Yep, and this will equally gives us a setup dot something and potentially a test dot something. Okay, this feels like a good plan. I was thinking about this. What do you think? What exactly is a skill framework? Well, it's about giving you predefined commands that will make you more productive with agents. That's a TLDR. It's going to be harder to document something that already exists. Ah, man. With AI right now, nothing is difficult to document. And we have only one skill right now, so it's not like we have 100, so we're chilling. Yeah, I don't know what that LSP is about. No idea. Make no mistakes. All right, both Cloud Code sessions working on right now. This is good. I'm gonna close this. Let's do some work here. Nice. In terms of organization of the GitHub project, I was thinking about having two repos mainly. A mono repo for kind of the CLI plus skills in evals and everything. But then we have hodstack.com, which will be the website itself. For the website, we want a simple landing page. We may go with Laravel for this as well. Just use Laravel for the landing page, as we don't know exactly what will be happening behind the scenes after. Or we may just go with something more simple like Nuxt or Next. I don't know. What do you guys think for the landing page? Which framework should we use? Which hardness are we using? Nothing. Well, Cloud Code CLI. Okay, let me see what we have. Your tree is the right shape. I built a plan for it. 3 things I would say about it. Something should be... Oof. All right, let's see what we have. Ooh, Cloud Plugin Eval is a native hardness for this and is gated. Cloud Code carries the command with a full flag set. Cases, prompt.md plus gathers. Ooh, that's interesting. We could use this, I feel. Why don't we see evals? Oh, we do. Never mind. No HTTP client. Okay. Okay. I like the plan. Let me just make sure we commit everything we have before. Woodstock. Okay. We do need to commit this stuff before. This is depth upgrade. Okay, and then move forward. Okay, I'm gonna ask him to move forward, then we validate using the GitHub Desktop UI and we see if we like it or not. Does Laravel no longer require Axios on its dev dependencies? I have no idea why. Axios used to be, you know, back in the days when we didn't have inertia or this front-end libraries, like we will use Axios for everything. But right now with inertia, you technically no longer need Axios ever. Like you can use inertia, its HTTP library directly. So you don't need Axios anymore. Yeah, LSP it might be from Laravel LSP. Have you checked it out? Because maybe the VS Code plugin for Laravel now installs Laravel LSP, so it might be that. I'm not sure though. Just by the way, I'm pretty sure this is like over testing the skill, but we are going to check that out. Hey Chris, welcome to the live stream. I'm working on my own skills framework. That is what we are doing today. Right now we are writing the evals test suite, and we are comparing it directly with Matt's skills as well. Okay, let's see what we have. So we did ask for more information about a few things. Oh, we did already did the stuff I asked them to do? Wow. Okay, I want to see how my agents.md look like now. No, it's not done yet. Okay, never mind. Oh, maybe this one is. No, not done yet. Okay. I'm not sure I like this though. Is one of the things it's suggesting me to do is split the agent.md into multiple small pieces. The thing is that, you know, I feel like if all those pieces are important, why not give them to why not give to the agent from the get-go? You know? So yeah, I don't want the number 3 yet, for sure. Router skill. So what is the router skill is about? So I'm going to say I don't want the number 3. Router skill. Prism description sorted split by user model answers but exists. I cannot answer. I have to play in my head where to start. Okay. And it's basically a new skill. Okay, I don't want to have this for now. I don't want this for now. Skill to skill composition contract. Okay, we can do this. So call skill tool with learn. Yeah. Let's do that. Context. Their context.md is at the framework root. It's about their own vocabulary, issue tracker. Oh, we don't need this. Or do we? Okay, well, I'm going to say scratch or write the context.md. Spawn an agent just for this. You are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Laravel best practice is a router skill. Yep, because basically, but I do understand that. But my own agents.md, it should contain like the raw basic rules that I want to my agent to be applied to everything, like communication. How do you communicate? Where to start? Where are the MDs where you should literally rely on? You know, it should be an index, but it should also contain like important information, very important information. You know what I mean, Esperanto? Do you know what I mean? Okay. I'm gonna use the bathroom, chat. I'll be back in a second. Yup. Okay, it's working on found the real bug via filling test. The awareness on .eval, which is installed. Yep. Okay, both working on. Okay, so we have two main sessions right now. One working on solving architectural problems of the hodstack suite. The second one is adding a evals test suite. Okay, we have two things working on right now. I feel we can work on something else in the process. Let's actually start a new skill. So we have depth upgrade, right? And again, we have depth upgrade, which will be bumping all the dependencies of existing project. And we will be able to improve that skill once we have evals in place. What kind of other skill do you think is the most useful skill from Matt, for example? Which one is the fast one, the better one, basically? Grill me. Everyone talks about that one. It's crazy. Grill with Docs is a grilling session, but helps you build a shared language with the AI. Document hard to explain decisions in the RD. I'm wondering where does he put decisions from the grill session? I'm gonna ask them real quick. So I'm gonna just type here, by the way, just in case you don't know, you can use this by the way / command if you want to start a new agent based on the current session, but just do it aside, you know what I mean? Where does Matt stores ADN? If it's ADN or RDR, sorry. Information that derives from a grill session. Or the outcome is always a plan to execute. The evals is a work in progress. We have a dot cache, which I don't know why we need this, by the way. I'm going to say the following to the evals agent. Feels to me that you are missing a few elements on the .git ignore. Can you check? Chat, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno, working on my own framework skills. For the context, a lot of people currently are relying on using this skills framework from Matt, and I want to kind of understand what makes this framework click, what makes a good skill right now in 2026, how skills are tested, and much more. So I'm building it my own. So that's it. That's the plan today. Art Means, how you doing? Nice to see you today. What are you guys working on right now, chat? Type on the chat exactly what you're working on. So ADRs go to a fixed location on the user repo. Grilling itself never writes them. The split in Matt's design is grilling is a primitive that writes nothing. It's an interview loop, rounds, frontier of open questions. Facts are the agent is job, and decisions are yours. So on its own, produce no artifact. Okay. Oh, here we go. The grill session produces 3 different things, and they are independent. A sharpened vocabulary, call it context.md, and it's basically a plated inline terms that gets challenged. R to reverse decisions. It doesn't wait for the end, it gets emitted as an output. A plan. One question, where can I keep going working on this? How do I close this? Can I escape it? Yeah, okay. Where on Matt, where the context.md gets placed. Like I see the value of a context.md under a skill called it learn potentially, but I have to check this out. This is at the repo root level, alongside agents.md and cloud.md and readme.md. This is how it sits their own repository. Context.md at top level next to agents. I'm going to ask the following. If we were to develop our own skills that cooks and context.md, context.md, wasn't that the project.md though? Because the project.md does have everything the agent needs to know about the project. So this feels to me that, I don't know, like if I go to the playground right now, I have a project.md, here we go. Created is fully uppercase. That's important. question. So we have currently a project.md that lives under .odd/project.md. Will this file be learning through the interaction with the AI agent? Yes or no? And if yes, what kind of information we put inside? Never mind. I think I want this lowercase. Never mind. Project.md should be lowercase though. No, should be uppercase. Continue. John is saying the following. Hi Nuno, be aware with skills though. The thinking models don't honor it unless you have been told to treat it as a strict rule. Otherwise, it sees it as a menu and my reason to skip it. Yeah, you know, Jonas, that's exactly what I want to learn from this project is, again, what makes a skill click or not click to an agent, you know? I feel like there is a whole science behind skills, and I don't know that science yet, and I feel this project is the exact thing that will teach me all those learnings, you know? And hopefully many of you are going to learn as well with this project, okay? That's the goal. What in the world is this is? Exactly. Okay, now we have project.md generated. Okay, where we are with skills. Skills is a work in progress. Evals is a work in progress. Lowercase versus uppercase is the new tabs versus spaces. For real, dude. All right, so we do have a bunch of evals already created. We're using SH for setting up the project, which is all right. You see this below? This is what I told you, that the agent needs to satisfy this, by the way. Matt is saying Michael is saying the following. I'm generally curious. I don't use AI stuff because I'm software protection developer, and every safeguard on the planet tries to kill me, even asking me to read my project. What do you mean about software protection developer? What does that mean? Evals workflow. I don't want this now. Skip evals workflow for now. It's too soon to have this running on the CI. It would require me to just, set up an AI key on the CI and everything. And I kind of want to run this by hand right now. Oh, okay, Michael, I see. It's quite new for me, by the way. Okay, should be almost done though. Waiting for the test suite to finish. This is done as well. And this is... Yep. Okay, we can close this. And I want to see the changes you have made. Write the sentence, call the skill tool with name in the skill that uses a different skill. Which client gives the model a tool for a skill? In this sentence names that tool. Okay, I see. It's basically to avoid mistakes while calling a skill. One question though, why wasn't this updated though? Oh, it was. So we have this stuff in the agents.md with that as well. We don't. I see updated, and some of those changes are not in my own agents.md. Is that expected? Because hodstack should use hodstack themselves. Arthur, thank you so much for gifted tier 1 sub, dude. Thank you so much for your support on my Twitch channel. I appreciate it. Jonas is saying the following. Within Earth, I had Fable or Opus spawn a herd unaware like a blind agent and invoke the skill on it. Interesting. So what we are doing here is having a tool that will call the skills themselves instead of just having the agent guess what skill and how to call a skill and if you should call a skill, basically. How we are with the eval though. Oh my god. This will be expensive. Question, are you using my Cloud Code subscription token or something else? Let me just do this while not sharing the screen, just in case he outputs the key. Your Cloud Code subscription, not an API key. All right, thank you. So how do you kind of computing the price though? That's weird. Okay. This is done. And this is the outcome of the re-architecture, exactly. Oh, okay, but we should have a .auth, by the way. Let's wait for the evals before pushing all this stuff. Okay. It's taking a little bit more than expected though, but appreciate the gifted, by the way. Thank you so much. By the way, chat, if you just arrived, my name is nunomaduro, PHP and Laravel developer, working right now on my own skills framework. Call it hodstack, okay? This one right here. Sending you the link. Here we go. And what we are doing right now is working on evals. Once we have evals, we can start improving the existing skill, call it depth upgrade, and then we can start incrementing new skills to this project. Do you have anything? Do you have anything called it learn, basically? It might be the grill with dogs. Yeah, it's this one. This one is the closest to dog. Yeah, I think I'm gonna type something. I'm gonna add a skill called it learn, which will be doing more or less that. Need to wait for this, but then we do that. Chat, what are you guys working on this beautiful Saturday? Type on the chat. I want to know what you guys are doing right now. Hopefully many of you are just, getting stuff done on this beautiful weekend. Me too. My plan today is stream a couple more dozens of minutes. Then I'm going to have dinner with family, which is good. That's the plan, chat. Have a nice dinner. Potentially do sports before dinner. Not really sure yet. Arthur is working on Soloist. Should I open it on Safari? What are you guys working on, chat? Send me the link. I'm going to open it. What is this? A clean room open native Linux. Rebuild inspired by Solo term. Wow. Still a whip. Soloist. I see. Oh, we have a logo. What is this? This is the biggest session I have ever made on Cloud Code. Jesus Christ. How much time is on it already? $30 minutes. Sheesh. Okay, I'm gonna stop this. Is the test suite running on parallel? What model is using for the assertions? Because if it's using Opus 5, that's too much, man. That's why it's like so slow right now. It runs in parallel. Okay, that's good. Ten runs over 10 cases, 8 at the time. All right. Kill the shell thing that is running right now. You're building a clone of that? Okay, interesting. Still working on the same website. Interesting. Yeah, that logo is for a port, though. That's a different project, by the way. That project will potentially move to Laravel, by the way. So I'm still in talks with Taylor. All right. A couple of things. First, what model are you using for the assertions behind the scenes, if any? Because here we want to make sure we are using a cheap and fast model for the evals. Otherwise, this will just take hours, which is something we don't have. Yeah. Okay, we are using Cloud Code Sonnet 5, effort high, and we are using Cloud echo 4.5. Okay, can you confirm to me that those two models are super fast and ideal for this kind of evals? Okay, that's the first thing we need to do. The second thing is, can you confirm that we are running an eval only once instead of running it multiple times? EFC inline viewer for element and attribute filtering. What is that, dude? Okay, let me see what I have here. So, confirm. Eval is exactly run once. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. How do I run the test suite? And see its progress. Yeah, you know, yeah. Regarding running the eval multiple times, I do understand that it's expected. I just want to understand, first of all, what do we have and how much time are we talking about? Oh, here we go. 10 runs over 10 cases, 8 at a time. Okay, so this allows us to see the number of tests we have. Oh, interesting. Oh, I need to type cargo like this? No? What the fuck? Oh, I need to CD into evals. Okay. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, I need to build it first. Interesting. What the fuck? Not sure what you mean, Cloud Code. This is not working. Ba-ba-bum. Okay, let's go again. How do we run this eval stuff? Oh, we definitely need an alias. This is annoying to do this. Or we just do cargo run. Probably that works too. Cargo run dash q list, like this. Yep, that does work. All right. No list. Dash list. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, dash 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 list. Here we go. Okay, we have a couple of tests. That's nice. How do I run them all? How do I run all tests? To clarify, just the eval test suite. How do I run the entire eval test suite? Okay, just to be clear, I expect that odd-eval will just run the entire test suite with default runs 1 and dash dash jobs 8. That should be the default measurement. Can we just make a makefile for that? Yeah, potentially we are going to do that. This is annoying. We are going to do that 100% sure. Actually, we may just do that right now. That's a very good point. Can you create a basic makefile? On this makefile, I should have make test, which should run the test suite of the source directory. We should have make test double columns eval to run the evaluation test suite. And for now, that's it. What is hodstack? Is a framework skill like Matt one. Do you use the TIA engine with Rust? No. So TIA is specific for past PHP and PHP. There is no such thing in the world, by the way. TIA is unique in the world. All right, chat. We're working on the makefile already as we speak. Oh my God! Thank you. Okay, I should be able now to run the entire eval test suite just by typing odd eval. Actually, I have a makefile already, which potentially allows me to just type make test evals. Here we go. Running 10 runs over 10 cases. Well, this is still not fixed though. This should run only 10 runs over 10 cases. Only one run. Yeah, this should run. This should only run with dash dash runs 1. Also, can you make the test suite much more verbose? I can't see progress. This should be similar to past PHP. Bam, bam, bam. Chat, we're making progress today. If we finish a live stream today with a nice test suite with evals and, potentially we can go on loop, making this dApps upgrade much better, it will be nice. Just by the way, chat, in case you're not familiar with that, I'm now with eyeliners. You see this? So my goal is like having my teeth aligned by the end of the year. So if I'm speaking weirdly, that's why. Appreciate all the new followers on YouTube, chat. We are not enough yet. We have 30K subscribers. We need to be 100K subscribers by the end of the year. So if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, can you do it right now? Little new videos next week, okay? Everyone following, please. ASAP. Oh, thank you, Ritas. You see? Good job. Everyone subscribing my YouTube channel, please. ASAP. Okay, we are adding a little bit of live progress to the evals test suite, making it a little bit better, okay? How we are with the makefile. What do we need from the makefile, though? Let's just think a little bit. So, I feel we need a cargo run, or a make run, or whatever, you know? What happens right now if we type make, for example? Oh, we already builds a thing. Well, this is exactly what we want. Well, actually, it's running the test suite. We don't want that. Make is default command should just run a cargo run -q and accept options ideally. You can call that command make run, I think. Make exec. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Well, exec? Make exec? I don't know. I feel like make run is better, no? What do you think? Make run will run cargo run. I think it makes sense. Let me see. No, I like run. Run, I think, is better. Using that for Docker? Okay, let me see. Yeah, I like this. This makes sense. Or we make it more complex and we could do something a little bit different, which is this. Can you organize the makefile by concern? So basically, CLI run evals test, CLI tests. You know what I mean? We could do this. This is actually much more clear. CLI run, CLI test, evals test. And this should be the default. I like this. Just by the way, you want to bet that not everyone knows what a makefile is? Chat. Type on the chat yes or no if you know what is a makefile, by the way. It's not actually super popular on JavaScript and Composer in PHP ecosystems because you can literally have scripts on and package.json, but you can also have scripts on composer.json. But on other languages, especially system-level languages like C, C++, and even Rust, a lot of people are used to makefiles. It's basically a way of organizing things, like the most used scripts of your CLI, by the way, of your project, by the way. So now I have make CLI run to run my CLI. I have make CLI tests or test to test my CLI. As you can see, it's a little bit clear, You see, not a lot of people, Zoro, don't be shy about that, because not a lot of people know what that is about, A makefile is something that PHP developers, not all of them know what it is. What is a makefile? Again, is a place where you organize scripts, basically. That's it. So you have this makefile, just like that. Then you can define what should just make run by default, and you can have just CLI scripts like this. Okay, every single time I type make CLI run, I will run this. Every single time I type CLI test, I'm going to run this. You know, that's it. Okay, where we are with the evals. Okay, now we have colors and shit. So in theory, if I type make evals test, this should run my my eval test suite. It's saying clone the base. I don't know what exactly clone the base is, but it's looking sexy, my evals test suite. What do you guys think? So what it does, in case you are not, familiar with evals is going to set up a repo, is going to set up the repo, is going to start the agent, in making sure the agent didn't make something we didn't want it to. The first thing is running is like static assertions, but at some point I expect them to run like this kind of stuff, which is using AIs to check if the outcome is actually correct. It's looking really cool. It's already super slow and we barely have anything, which is kind of crazy. I'm wondering if we could refactor this a little bit to, instead of setting up a project every single time, yeah, we are 100% sure need to do that. Ooh, this test app failed. The dApps upgrade without no commit. Yeah, we need to change this. I'm going to say the following. I just ran the evals test suite. Don't run it yourself. But can you read the code and try to see if instead of spawning a new project per test, we can spawn a single project for that rule and then run multiple times and then run do I want this? Yeah. And then run tests sequentially. So basically, you would spawn set up the project once, then you would run a test, do the necessary evals on it, and then you will reset the project back, and you will run another test for that particular skill. I'm going to go into plan mode to see what it suggests. So basically, what I'm trying to is speed upping things, basically. It's just like a just file. What is a just file? Is that it? This literally looks like makefile. Makefile is old though, Makefile is like something that exists for ages. A makefile is something that exists for ages though. Something that already exists like forever. It's not something new. It looks cool though, I would be surprised if you not mention makefile. All right, so we are refactoring evals right now, so we can make it much more simpler. because we cannot deal with the fact that for a simple rule we are already taking like forever. So I'm about to refactor evals right now. That's the plan. So all this stuff is going to wait for it. One cool thing about Rust, chat, is once you with Rust is so type safe that you barely need to check any code. Like if Rust compiles, the code is good. That's the most cool thing about Rust these days, is that because it's so type safe that if it compiles, the code is good. It doesn't really matter how organized it is inside. So that's why I choose Rust for the CLI, because I knew that once we are on this land of Rust, like we chilling, literally. We are chilling. It's so safe. Does any of you have worked with Rust before? Type on the chat yes or no. Esperanto saying no, Oa saying yes, and Smithson saying yes as well. So for those who have used Rust, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna 100% sure to organize the code on Rust afterwards once we have a decent test suite. But at least this one, I want to organize the source code a little bit differently right here. A little bit, make it a little bit more Laravel-ish, you know, with the actions folder, with the value objects folder as well. Even though Rust code is a little bit different from what you would expect, for example, on PHP. On PHP, you have typically a class per file, which is overkill. Like, it's definitely overkill. I don't know why we do that as PHP developers. I think we do that because historically we have done it. But in other languages, they have multiple, well, equivalent of classes per file. Like Rust have structs, and structs, you can find multiple ones in the same file. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I go to any of these folders and I find multiple structs. Okay, so here's one, and here is two. You know, here's like the methods of this struct, you know. So, if you try Delta, I have not tried Delta. I don't know what Delta is. How is the music, chat? W music? Okay, so what do we have here? So today we have 10 cases, and each one of them is going to be 10 different composer requires. So, exactly, 3 runs will be 30 composer requires. So I want layer 10 cases, which will be 4 composer requires. Actually, I want even more split than this. Yep, this is what I want. 1 project per skill. That's it. Sequential. That's it. So a sequential will take... If it takes 30 seconds, that's fine, because all the others will take 30 seconds as well. So I'm going to say the following. 1 project. 1 proper skill, sequential, but all skills run in parallel. Each one on its project. Can you recommend a playlist? We are actually listening to non-copyrighted music. This is Epidemic Sounds, but if I were on Spotify, I like progressive house a bunch. Progressive house relaxes me a little bit, calms my brain for some reason. Chat, by the way, I forgot to tell you, but I have 2 more YouTube channels right now. So one, it's called nunomaduro VODs, And on this YouTube channel, you are going to find every single stream that I've done in the past, including this one. So make sure you subscribe to this. And the second YouTube channel I have is nunomaduro Extra, which contain any kind of content that I think it might not be good enough for the main channel, okay? So here we have, you know, very good content as well, but just not that good that goes to the main channel. We have talks from mine, we have interviews, so make sure you just go here and subscribe as well, okay? Here we go. There's cool stuff here, though. Like, I'm interviewing people like Jess Archer, James Brooks, Joe Tenenbaum. The thing is that the interviews, especially these ones, they were held in the place where the microphone was not good, the camera was not good. So for that reason, they just put it on this different channel. All right. At the end, don't run the test suite. I will do it. How is the weather right now? Oh, it's sunny. It's cold though. Like 26 only? Jeez. So there's no evals on Matt. That's interesting. So no tests whatsoever? Because if we were to actually compete with this repo in the future, like something we can actually mention as something we have is like a proper test suite of evals that actually test breaking changes and shit like that. Thanks for the following, Bayonne. Max Finney saying the following: meanwhile, enjoying 22. What do you mean? 22 what? Okay, let's see. No tests, no evals, no lint. That's interesting. So they do changes and they don't know if the changes are actually... I would be surprised. Okay. Oh, 22 degrees. Interesting. Gotta go. Thank you, Juanito, for being on that side today. Catch you next time, man. All right. Johnny is saying Matt is basically the eval. I think he has a team too. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think like if I were to ever do this framework and this would actually move forward, we 100% sure need a very strong test suite. Like the goal here is making something undeterministic the most deterministic as possible. And that can only be done with evals. Unless you are testing things by hand, which would take forever. You know? Alright, make file we're done here. What is this? Oh, it's the code coverage, which could potentially increase in the future. This is the playground stuff. Let's keep it. So no evals, no linting. Oh, linting would be interesting though. Yeah, I want to do this real quick. Can you add CLI, actually skills lint to the make file that will lint all skills.md? All MD files under skills. Passed as prompt evals now. Yeah, we do. How did you enable session costs here? So this is actually using the costs you see right now below are API costs that I don't have. I have a subscription. But this gives me like a perception of how much this would cost if I were to use this through the API. I'm using a subscription again, so I don't actually pay for 27 cents right now. But it gives me the perception of if I were to use this through the API, I would actually pay that. All right, so for the linting, we are using a little project apparently. Call it, how is it called? Tool needs npx. Okay, that's okay. All right. Skills linked. It's called as markdown linked. Interesting. 0 issues. All right, that's nice. Casper is saying the following: I missed you at Laravel Live Dinamark. Oh no. Miss you too, dude. Congratulations having the HH over there, man. It looked really cool, man. Congratulations. We do need this linting stuff. Under dry run on the workflows. Also, make sure the workflows are using the make file. If any entry is missing, make sure you add it. How was Laravel Live Dinamark, by the way? Did you have fun? I know that organizing it is not like something super funny, I guess, but... All right, so we are right now, as we speak, having the linting stuff to the workflows, and at the same time, making sure the workflows are now using the new makefile we have just created. And at the same time, we have evals being refactored as we speak. And we have a bunch of work that haven't been committed yet, which we may have to real soon. This is the new makefiles, the new markdown linting stuff. Interesting. Ooh, I see some inconsistencies. Just saw this. Can you make sure we are consistent regarding uppercase or non-uppercase wordings on the markdown files? What do you think? I'm going to go into plan mode because I'm not sure if we should uppercase project or not. It's just confusing me a little bit. Right now I see rules.md lowercase, project.md lowercase, or uppercase. So I'm going to just, ask Claude to what we should do here. This is still a work in progress. This is still a work in progress too. You see, the cost of this session right here, if I were to use the API, it would be $7 right now. But because we're using subscription, is literally 0. 5 distinct preconditions, not 4. Okay. John is saying the following: you are a long-time open source contributor and content creator. Anthropic offered people like you free usage, like free max plan, I believe. Yeah, I got the free max plan from Anthropic. So now I have 2 max plans, which I barely use one right now. Let me see the usage real quick. So my usage of Cloud Code. Oh, actually, my current session is at the 50% already, so I may have to switch to the other model, to the other plan. But this week I'm at 60%, so I barely used anything. And apparently, like 50% of the weekly limits are going to reset soon, so. All right, so the eval stuff is finally done, meaning clear it. Let me just clear something real quick from the past. This is a work in progress, almost done. No, done as well. All right, cool. All right, chat. It's the moment of truth. Let's see if we have evals properly working, finally, and fast, ideally. Just removing some older stuff that I had here. And then we move forward. So we refactored evals because we had like basically every single test was spamming its project. Now we have one single project that will run the entire evals test suite, which is much better. All right, make evals test. No evals test. Interesting. It's eval maybe? No. What the fuck? Oh, I'm not here. All right, let's go. Yeah, much better. So now we are setting a project and running all evals on it, I think. Let me see. The clone and run should happen only once, by the way. Judge it by Claude Ioko 4.5. Oh my god, this is so slow. And it failed. So this setup.sh, wait, I'm a little bit confused here. Let me just confirm with the Cloud Code. So that second, clone the base. I was literally on Discord. I don't know if you guys could hear, but it was literally one of my friends from Discord. Could you guys hear him? It's like my buddies from Counter-Strike on top of it, so. So that second close the base plus setup does. You could hear him? Okay, cool. Clone the base and setup does actually recreate everything. Do you play CS? Yeah, I play Counter-Strike. So he's using awareness literally to check if the outcome is actually good before the major touches the project. Interesting. Yes, that's correct there. Second one is the first member in the new production group has to build. The reset only kicks in from the front, from the third case and onward. Let me show exact sequence. Oh, so the tests after this one will run much faster, that's it? It's still so slow. Sheesh. Okay. Can you add an option to the make evals test -- bail so it bails on the first failure? Also, I see that we do have so much awareness, like I see like web fetches and shit like that. It's probably too much. Is it too much though? Maybe not. Because for example, here, one of the upgrades it did was bumping PHP unit and checking if that bump actually went as expected. Maybe we'll leave it, yeah. Also, what do you think about this test? Wondering if we can not have tests with so much hardness, and maybe like with a much more controlled scenario, so the evals are fast. All right, so I'm trying to adjust a little bit these evals. So first of all, they bail instantly once they fail, and the second thing is that they are a little bit more deterministic instead of just, having the AI trying to guess if the work was actually done properly. Because here, for example, I see that the composer update suggested that we update from PHP Unit 12 to PHP Unit 13, but by doing that, the AI is not like wrapping stuff, reading, doing tool searches, web searches, and shit like that. It's too much, 100%. It's possible to run them in parallel. It is. So we are already running in parallel multiple skill tests, meaning that we are going to end up having like 30 skills, right? So all of them are going to run in parallel. However, the scenarios within those skills, they run sequentially. So we have a single project that will be used for all the tests within the same skill. And I think that's fine. What we need to do though is we need to kind of make this process right here in the middle a little bit faster, because, and maybe it's already fast, but I don't know. Let's wait a little bit and see. All right, chat. I think I'm going to literally wait for this and push everything and be done for the live stream today. I'm going to rest a little bit before dinner. Here is what we are going to do for next week, by the way. So next week, the videos are going to be back. So my brother will be back from vacations. And tomorrow, I want to record... Actually, I want to record 5 videos tomorrow. So we have videos every day next week. So record 5 videos. That's the plan for next week. They are going to be about news, about the stuff I'm working on right now, but also about PHP in general. So expect like the usual cool stuff. So new video every day next week on the channel. Tomorrow, what else I have to do tomorrow? That's it. Record 5 videos. If I can record 5 videos, I'll be happy with by tomorrow. Okay. At Laravel by next week. So I'm currently working in the project with Pushback, which is secret. It's a little bit secret right now, but I'm working together with Pushback in some AI stuff that we are preparing for you guys at Laravel. Okay. So I'm going to be working on that the entire week. At the same time, we also have the Porto project, which is something we are working on my side time about making cargo vet for PHP. So that's basically something I'm working on my own time right now. I'm trying to move this project to Laravel Porto, so then I can work on it on my Laravel time and actually make it much better than it is right now. So yeah, in terms of content, this will be my next week. I think will be exciting. What do you guys think? Looks good? So that being said, catch you guys. I'm going to finish this particular... Oh, is it done already? It is. Interesting. The problem is not hardness, is the case doesn't plan its own subject. Look, exactly. So the test needs to do that. Yep. So the test ideally should set up a scenario where the outcome does not require any web search tool and stuff like that. AKA, the test should set up a scenario that is as much deterministic and fast as possible. Feel free to rewrite them. But yeah, that's the plan, chat. Hopefully we're going to stream as well next week. Getting back into streaming constantly and, streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Let's see how it goes, because I have some family around, so it's kind of tricky for me right now. But videos for sure, you can count them on a YouTube channel, all right? Chat, don't forget, before you guys leave the live stream, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Very important, insanely important, if I must say. Okay, here we go. Again, as a reminder, if you rewatch this live stream, you can go to my new YouTube channel called nunomaduro VODs. And this is where we put all of the VODs and extra content that is produced on these streams, okay? Anyways, chat, that's it for the video today. Catch you guys Monday with a new video on the channel. Love you all. See you guys next time. Peace out.